Welcome to Slamfire Radio, episode 491, recording live on Thursday, January 26th. I'm one of your hosts, Mo.
I'm Adriel.
And I'm Kyle.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Evening.
Good evening. We can start off with what we did with guns. I'll go first. I don't have much. I went to my local match, the Montreal one. I went on Friday for the build, and normally I go back the next day to actually shoot the match, but I wasn't going to be available. I couldn't go back on Saturday, so I had signed up for the Friday squads, and it went well. I was happy with it. I tried a new approach, ready for it. I went with just having fun, and it's fun, yeah, fun. And
Winning's fun.
Yeah.
well, I'm if fun was based on me winning, then I would never have fun. So
Well, see, that's the thing. If you just go out having fun, you're not going to win because shoot fast, don't miss.
yes, I understand the concept, but it doesn't work for me. I just get agitated, and then I don't have fun, and I don't win. So, but I'll say I did a little bit better than my normal middle of the pack finish, so I was happy with that. It was a short match, four stages. So yeah, it was. Richard says a new approach, just having fun and no small batches of ammo. Yes, Richard, that's a good one. Yeah, so I think it was fun. I'll just go with that, and it didn't let things bother me and stuff. And I actually did pretty. It was pretty clean. I didn't have any issues or anything, so that was
Perfect.
good. I continued down the rabbit hole of getting ready for the precision shooting. I had a couple of Adriel asked me about bags last week, so and I have a couple to show. So I have what they normally refer to as a pump pillow, but I got it from Boss Gear and they call it a cube. So here's the cube.
Oh, yeah.
Can you use that as like a camping pillow?
Yeah, it's pretty comfortable. I could take out or add more fill, I guess, as needed, right? But no, it's nice. So yeah, from Boss Gear, and I filled it up nice, and I've been like just practicing in the basement with it in different positions and stuff where I would kind of need it to support my elbow and stuff. So I've been playing around with that. And then the other one I got is the like a rail bag with a mount. So this is the Area 419 Rail Changer X. So
Cool.
that's the actual mount. So the where you
Oh,
can
yeah.
actually, tether it to the bag, and then it actually has a thumb rest too.
Nice.
Yeah, and then it attaches quickly to the Arca Swiss rail at the bottom of the chassis, right? And that's quite a bit of weight, so I wouldn't necessarily use this. I would definitely wouldn't use this for a standing position, but so yeah, so there's that, and then the bag itself is a cold tack. They call it a D bag, so it's got some heft to it. Um, that's it. And I ordered like one more thing, but it hasn't come yet, so I'll show it in probably hopefully next week. Um, and then I was mentioning to Cal before the show that I'm aiming to do my first match in March. It just works out scheduling because there won't be a conflict with the IPSC, and then it'll be after I move, so I'll have more free time to do it. And that's it. So I'm looking forward to that. I'm going to probably be beyond terrible, but I'm also going to go there to have fun. So I'm going to see if that works out for me. I signed up for another IPSC match this weekend at the Outaouais range, which is near Gatineau, Quebec. So I'm looking forward to that. More fun to be had. And that's it for me. How about you, Kyle?
Well, I was getting ready to wake up Friday morning and send that email or call the ATF and see what was going on with my Form 6, but I woke up Friday morning to my Form 6 in my email.
Nice.
And it was approved.
Nice.
So
Even better.
Yeah, so that was cool. So I started putting together my modern sporter with some random stuff laying around here, and I'm actually 3D printing a AR upper vice block right now so I can torque the barrel on, because for some reason I've never bought the vice block before for doing an AR upper. So that's still printing, so I'll be able to show that next week.
You're gonna crush the fucking thing. Just working it on there. What fill
Well,
rate?
no,
are
this
you
is
printing
designed
at?
where it's got screws so it doesn't crush, and it's 100% infill.
Oh my god, that's gonna take forever to print.
It's been going for over 2 days. It's been about 55 hours on print right now. I kept checking to see if maybe it's almost done, but yeah, and then it's got space so I can put some metal rods vertically and then screws horizontally so that the vise doesn't actually crush it. So
And that's probably an AR upper block too, not a modern sporter upper block. So it's
yeah,
not even
so I'm gonna have to modify it a little bit yet.
Well, at 100% infill, you're not going to worry about it crushing.
No. Picked up. I was in Barton's looking at some stuff and actually looking for an AR upper vice block, and they didn't have any. But I picked up this Next belt, so it's just like an everyday carry EDC belt,
I'm jealous.
and it's actually super stiff.
Oh, okay.
Really like it because it's actually ratcheting.
Ah,
So you just slide that and
very nice.
1/4 inch increments, and yeah, nice and stiff. So I've been wearing that for a few days and I like it. It's really nice.
Jealous.
Yeah, me too.
I don't have to look at carry belts. LARPing for me.
Hey, you're looking at carry holsters, so why not get a belt for when you're...
That's just LARPing. That's just for fun. You get to actually use this stuff.
Yeah.
Like an adult.
And then Tuesday night we had our range AGM. So that was... It was actually really an uneventful meeting. I was going to be going for club president, but with the upcoming move, that didn't happen. So our president stayed on for another 2 years, even though he was going to step down. We didn't have someone who was going to fill his role, so he stayed on for another 2 years. And we got a new pistol director, though, and looking forward to see what he does with the program and whatnot. He seems like a good guy. Knew him from before, so...
Cool.
Good.
So yeah. Other than that, still waiting. Going stir crazy, but
I'll bet, yeah.
Adriel, how about you?
Oh, you even moved it to me and everything. Let's see. Add Slamfire Radio to Utreon, Utreon, maybe.
Utreon.
We'll find out. We'll find out how to pronounce that. Yeah, added Slamfire Radio to that. I hit the range with the Karkenai, and they go bang. They go bang every time. Like the bolt action is really like grindy on these things. They all are, but it runs just fine. I was reminded that they shoot very high, extremely high. They're like, okay, there's your battle zero, right? You've got this sight you can like flip over. But you'll never use it because this is like 400 yards with a 168 grain bullet, which like is ridiculous. So even like, and they have a different sighting standard for these particular sights, where the very tippy top of this goes in the bottom of the rear sight.
It goes in the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
and it still shoots high. I don't want any of that BS. So I was thinking like maybe I'll like weld it, but if I weld it, it loses its value. So what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to use some JB Weld. What is this? Paste. It's kind of like modeling clay, but JB Weld. I'm going to build that bad boy up. I've measured it out. I figure I need to go about 2.2 of an inch higher on the front sight, and that will get me there. I'll go a little bit higher so I can like sand it down to where it should be. Because I kind of want to shoot him.
You gotta go almost 1/4 of an inch higher with that front post.
No, yeah, call 1/4 of an inch higher. Yeah.
Wow.
I got measured out because you can you go off the rear sight. Okay, if it's buried, I've got basically that whole rear sight that I need to come up so I can go level with this stupid thing and measure the protuberance in there. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Wow.
I'll do that to both of them because if I don't like it or if I want to sell them afterwards, just hit it with a plastic hammer. That JB Weld cracks off, and then you're just left with the metal afterwards. So,
Yeah. How are they grouping?
I think it's more the fault of the sighting than I don't know.
No.
I'm hitting paper. I'm hitting like that kind of a paper at 50, but I'm holding so far underneath. Like even with burying the notch there, the front blade in the notch, I'm still hitting 12 inches high at 50. So like try to imagine like you're not getting a full sighting solution. You're just getting like that. And like, is that in or is that out? I don't know. So it's it's not great. They're not keyholing though. Like if it was underspun, if it was like just flinging that bullet out and it wasn't spinning at all, the grooves weren't grabbing onto it, I would expect to see keyholing of the bullet because it wouldn't be stable, right?
Right.
I see no keyholing. I see like still solid bullet hits. The bullets are the undersized .264s, but they're not keyholing. So I don't know. You'd see keyholing by then. I had 22 that was keyholing on me at 25. So I would expect at 50, if it wasn't imparting spin on them, I'd see keyhole like sideways bullet impacts and not straight on. So I think it's spinning them. I just think that the sights suck, and I just need to improve the sights. And I have a little bit of this here for that. My neighbor was at Princess Auto, and he was like sending me these pieces. He's like, check it out, the 50 cal plastic boxes are on for $8. I'm like, nice. And he bought me one, and I was like, I have a bunch of ammo over here that's just like hanging loose on this stupid shelf. I should go buy some more. So I went and bought 5 more. And I don't quite have all my ammo in the boxes, but more of them. Relabeled all of them, got them all like better suited. So it's a lot nicer. Lorenzo says they like the background. I got blue. We'll put some blue on there. Ooh. I could just go just straight white with that one.
Wow.
The Carcanos, the sling, it's exactly 1 inch. So I could use some maple seed sling material to like make some slings for those things. Red might be a little bit gaudy on there. It doesn't look like it quite fits, but I got maybe some black or something like that, right? They're so handy. They're so small and light. My kids actually really like these things. They shot them and they like running the bolt. They're stiff, like to raise the bolt when you fire, just because they're a military surplus rifle that's ancient, but they're super handy, super small and handy. And I don't know. I think that's it. I think that's it for me.
Okay. So we have nothing in the news. I didn't come across any interesting stories. You guys? I didn't see anything that was worth talking about.
There was one thing. I didn't put it in here, but there's a lady in the States who got shot by like a kid who brought in a handgun, and there was more details that kind of came to light about that. So like, yeah, that sounds weird. Apparently, like they had warned the school like 3 or 4 times that there was a kid with a gun and saying he was going to shoot someone, and the admin didn't do anything. So the teacher's suing the school because they're like, I don't know, completely negligent. I was fine with a lot of these shooting stories, whether they be like a mass shooting or just something that's like kind of sensational and very odd like this. There's always like lots of failures that happened along the way, and a lot of this stuff wouldn't happen if someone was supposed to do something did something. Their job.
Well, that's why they're bringing in the red flag clause now.
How do you red flag it like a kid?
I'm being facetious.
Yeah, it's like all these laws were in place. They just don't
exactly.
act on them. So yeah.
What if? Yeah. How would you? This kid's saying he's going to shoot someone. I think you should red flag. I don't want
Kind
this
of look
to be
into it a little
handguns.
bit. Yeah.
Yeah. No, you gotta ban them. Next time their background check comes up, you gotta make sure that kid doesn't pass it.
Yeah.
Anyways, I saw that one. I thought that was interesting.
Yeah. From the Canadian side, I don't think there's anything really. It's all seems to be quiet. The government's not on the attack right now.
Strangely quiet.
Yeah, strangely quiet.
Too quiet.
So we'll talk about CCFR legal donation. The court dates have been sent. April 11th to 20th. CCFR et al. Versus Canada will be heard in Ottawa. Join, donate, and support the CCFR. Very important. You can do that through an EMT at finance@farmsrights.ca, or you can also go to their website. New gun stuff brought to you by Bullseye North. Need a new boomstick? Bullseye North is Canada's shooting superstar and a proud supporter of the CCFR. With its wide selection of guns and top trending gear for any shooter. Free shipping over $200. Some exclusions apply like ammo. Subscribe to their weekly newsletter to get first access to the hottest deals.
And I'll share my screen here. And Bullseye North right now, they have Connect Sentry pump action 12 gauge, 24-inch barrel, telescopic stock for $449.
$449.
Kind of looks like the M4, but it's not the M4. It's a pump. Kind of.
$449. That's a good price.
And then one, I don't think we covered this. It's NA for us because we can't buy them anyways. But look how cute this little Jericho is. This RBL. We didn't cover this before, did we?
I don't remember. No,
I don't think so.
Look at it. It's a little baby Jericho.
Oh, can I take it home?
It's so small. No. Kyle will be able to. We will not.
Yeah, Kyle.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, it's I don't know. I just think they're neat. And then I didn't really see anything. Did you guys see anything?
No, I didn't really see anything else come out that piqued my interest. I didn't actually really see anything come out since last week.
What show?
No.
Well, Friday was the last day, so it was pretty much all wrapped up.
Yeah, exactly. There is. I want to show this one here. Italian Sporting Goods has the Norinco 334 bolt action, and this is that Mauser action that they've got. That's pretty rough. That's pretty rough machining right there. That's pretty roughly inletted, but it's a Mauser, and it's what were these things going for? Just 1 second. $500. I don't think you can get a Mauser for $500. You can get a Savage Axis for $500 though. It'll shoot better. Won't be quite as ugly. I don't know. Maybe beauty's in the eye of the beholder. Maybe someone would rather shoot one of these than a Savage Axis.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. Anyways, I don't really see much else.
Every gun deserves to be loved. So,
even if they're ugly,
especially the ugly ones.
Mark's asking here, Adriel, his Olympia 22 finally came in the mail. This will be his first 22 handgun. Any suggestions on ammo, or is it all relatively the same?
Mine ate everything. High velocity. So my favorite cheap high velocity, like whatever's cheap and high velocity. I like Blazer. Blazer is like a high velocity 22 that's fairly inexpensive, but right now prices like go up and down depending on what's available. So really just whatever's available, high velocity, and they run though. I haven't had a jam in mine yet. And Mark, if you want big mags in there, the Smith & Wesson Model 41 mags can be convinced to fit in there, and then you can get 10 rounds instead of 8. And they're a little bit, I don't know, they work. I've got some details on doing that mod in my Hunting Gear Guy article on the Olympia. Cool.
All right. And we don't have a main topic tonight, so we'll jump over to the listener feedback. I'll take care of the first email. Hey guys, it looks like New Mexico is trying to make Kyle feel right at home. As I mentioned before, they are a blue state, and right now the Democrats have complete control of both houses in the legislature as well as the governor's office. They are looking to push through a bunch of gun control bills this session, including an assault weapons ban that has no grandfathering. Anyone owning an assault weapon, quotations, could be charged with a felony if they don't destroy it, turn it in, or take it out of the state. They're also proposing a 9 round limit on magazines, interesting, which not only limits capacity, but it makes it impossible to sell a lot of guns since very few companies will actually make a dedicated 9 round mag just for New Mexico. Makes sense. There's some other BS like an incredibly invasive red flag law and a 14-day waiting period also being proposed. Hopefully, they won't be able to push these bills through, but I wouldn't count on it. A lot of Democratic controlled states have been passing extremely restrictive gun control laws as pushback for the recent Supreme Court ruling where New York's carry permit system was found unconstitutional. They're basically trying to bleed the pro gun groups dry by dragging them into court to fight all these new laws. The gun control groups know they will probably lose in most cases, but they are using taxpayer dollars to fund their attacks, while we have to fund our defense with people's hard earned cash. And with the NRA crippled, there's no lobbying group that can push back. Any laws that get passed will probably have to be dealt with in court, which is slow and expensive. Maybe Kyle should see if he can commute to work from Texas. So sorry to be the bearer of bad news, Spencer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had seen the mag restriction that they're proposing, and that just doesn't make sense. Like the 9 round magazines,
Weird. Yeah.
like just that alone, I couldn't see being able to actually push through. But I mean, I don't know. No, when I read that email, I had a sick feeling in my stomach.
Yeah, it's like you're supposed to be escaping our restrictive world to go to a better land, and then
Still gonna be
it's
better.
yeah, and then
Even with all that BS on it, still better.
yeah, I know, and it's true. All that stuff it will get overturned because of the Supreme Court ruling, but they just have to keep fighting it. It's like little pricks, and they got to keep fighting it, and they got to keep fighting it. So
Assuming the Supreme Court actually takes that file on.
yeah,
They might not need to. You might just need to take it to court, and some lower court might nail them on it.
yeah, based on the ruling, then this doesn't hold and get lost.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you go to our lovely website, slamfireradio.com, you'll see a Cabela's link. If you purchase something through the link, you'll support the show and you'll end up buying something very cool, and then we'll also talk about it once a month. So check it out. We have some comments from YouTube. Somebody want to take the first one?
Sure, I'll take Wilfred. So all of these were in response to last week's episode, and so Wilfred says, in regards to the sights on the Kirkano, my dad gave me a Stevens 87 years back, and the first time I went to shoot it, it was way high. I asked him how he even used it. He said I didn't. It was just for trapping. So I ended up filing a ton of material off the lowest setting, leaf spring open sight with a blade for adjustment, and it still looks fine and shoots great. So long as you make it look professional, you're not going to do any damage to the collector's value. A gun that doesn't shoot isn't worth anything to anyone. All military rifles get field work done on them at some point to work these types of problems out. Just make it look like it was done by a custom gunsmith and it'll be fine.
Oh yeah, just do the metal work like a custom gun. You're making it sound so easy, Wilfred. Just match the profile, the rounded profile on that sucker and the tip, and just match that, and then reblue it, matching that as well.
See, and I think he was taking material away from the rear sight instead of adding to the front.
That would be easier, but to do that, I'd need to remove pretty much the whole rear sight because you have to bury it in the bottom. So I'd have to remove the whole of the rear sight and then make a new one. And I might actually be getting into wood by then. Yeah, that wood handguard might actually get in my way by then. I need to raise that front sight just isn't high enough off the barrel.
Wilfred has another one here. Says, I've not seen anything that Alec Baldwin was the executive producer. There was a half a dozen producers, but none were listed as executive producer that I ever saw. Alec was, however, the only producer on site, so if there were any shenanigans, there would likely be an expectation that he would keep the other producers appraised. Today, the widow is listed as the executive producer, and I think he meant widower.
Interesting. I'll do the next one. Tony Z. I think Runkle mentioned that no address on PAL was intentional to avoid targeted robbery and theft of firearms. But if someone was to steal your wallet, when I purchase firearms online, they only ask for my PAL and associated info, registered email, address, date of birth. They do not ask for a picture of my PAL or other ID. Not sure if Henry will make an 18.5-inch homesteader. Unlikely, I would say. And then the last one we got recoil APR homage to the Remington Model 8.
Oh, the recoil operated AR.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
It's like the Remington Model 8. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry.
That was cool. I see what he's saying with, or I guess what Runkle's saying about to avoid targeted robbery and theft of firearms. I sure wish they thought of that when they start pushing for centralized storage.
If someone steals my wallet, my driver's license is going to be in my wallet.
Yep. Well, exactly.
It has my address on it.
Yeah.
And
So
if the only time I need to use my PAL is when I buy stuff online, and if I have to give proof of address with something else, like I had to do, what would I have to do? I had to do with Marstar when I bought the Carcanos. I had to mail them the PAL and the driver's license. So it's going to be required from some places, whether it be a private or a public, or not public, business sale. But
that Henry, though, that was a lever action, so that can be less than the 18.5, can it not?
No, the Henry was a semi-auto. It was a PCC.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
I thought it was. Oh, okay.
It was the classy wood PCC.
Oh, okay. Because I know I think we did it the week before. They were coming out with the detachable mag lever action.
There was one of those. Was that the Henry? I thought that was a different maker.
I was sure it was the Henry.
Henry's trying some different stuff, I guess.
I could be wrong. I thought it was Henry. But...
Okay. Illegal Canadian says, with regards to the Ontario CFO inventing the requirements for non-shooting RSO and thus giving themselves powers which they do not possess under the law, remember, Springfield Sports Club already won that legal battle and set some precedent for you. Tell your CFO to stay off of your range and leave the running of the club up to you. Despite what they might think, they don't have the power or authority to just pop into any private range as they see fit. Their authority is laid out quite specifically in the law.
I don't have these problems. We have a good CFO here.
We don't have these problems.
This problem is too Ontario for me to understand.
I still didn't get that. Like, oh, you're shooting in the competition. As long as you are not actively shooting, you can RO.
Yeah. You could still do your job. Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I don't see the point in the beginning.
If you'd like to have your letter read on the show, you can send an email to slamfireradio@gmail.com. We'd love to get it. If you'd like to support the show, you could do so through patreon.com/slamfireradio. And then we'll send you a lovely patch. Do we have any shout outs, gentlemen?
Next week we are going to have the founder of Utreon on.
Yes.
Right? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that'll be cool. I saw Ian McCullum was talking about him, and we're on that Utreon thing, so we're gonna have him on and talk about YouTube censorship or something, and we'll stream it to YouTube.
Yeah, because YouTube has just totally massively changed everything.
Yeah.
Well, okay, so you can't put a 30-round mag in a gun because it's modifying the gun with a high-capacity magazine. At least that's the idea, right?
Yeah, I don't.
I tried a short, like I did a short to put up. It got demonetized, but it didn't get taken down.
Yeah.
And I didn't get like a strike or anything like that on it. It just oh, no, now monetization is just on it.
Hmm.
So maybe they don't care.
That's good.
Yeah. Yeah, I know I've been seeing some stuff like you can't thread a suppressor on, and even putting a 30-round mag in a gun was issue.
Yeah, Donut Operator was saying that, but
I know Demo Ranch, he's going back and trying to figure out what he's going to do.
yeah, we need another option.
Yep.
We'll talk about that next week.
Yeah.
We have the
we
guy
will.
coming on.
Just the guy, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
How about you, Cal?
No shout outs. I mean, we are reaching out to people for some episodes. I'm waiting to hear back from one. I haven't heard back yet, so. But
shout out to my neighbor for letting me know about the Princess Auto sale. They've also got Princess Auto has like a very cheap plasticky pellet gun for $45, like a rifle.
$45.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Like
actually, I will have a shout out.
Barrel.
I will make a shout out. I don't know who's going to listen to. I want to shout out everybody who showed up for the AGM Tuesday night. Our AGMs have been dwindling in numbers over the years. When I first started at the club, we were getting like 80 to 100 people out to an AGM, and we had like 25 people there Tuesday night. And so shout out to the people who actually came out to, have a say and care about the club.
80 number sounds really high to me. Like the AGMs I go to, like 100 people, and that's in the city with like 5 to 10 times the membership. No, actually, no, you have a bunch of members, don't you?
We're like 370, I think, right around there right now.
No, like 10 times. Sorry, 10 times more members than that. And like 100 people show up.
Yeah, I mean, we were almost 800 at one point, but yeah.
Yeah. Times they are changing.
Yeah.
What about you, Mo?
My shout out is to our future prime minister who met with Pierre Poilievre, who met with IPSC shooters in BC. And I thought that was pretty cool that he did that. I know he's campaigning, but it was still neat that he met with IPSC shooters. So that was that.
Not a shout out. Marstar's got a bunch of Kel-Tecs on sale. So if you've been looking for one of those, like a sub 2000 for $750, RDB for $1550, KS7 for $800.
Okay.
If you're looking for that kind of stuff.
Usually the stock sells out quick, so I'm surprised that there's still Kel-Tecs floating around.
We get like imports every once in a while, and then we sell them all, and then we're like stuck with no Kel-Tecs.
Yeah, but I feel like they've been around a little bit longer this time than previous. Check us out on Gunners of Canada. Like us on Facebook. Give us a review on Facebook. Join the CCFR. Very, very important. And see you next week.
See you next week.
Good night, Kelly.